3, starting to record as well. And here we go. We're good? Yes, we're there. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Greetings to those who were not in the morning. I know that some people are joining us from Europe, so it's much later there. So good afternoon, good morning, good day, good afternoon, whatever suits you right now. I'm so happy that you're here for the second day, right? Second day of our Proverbs 31 Woman Challenge. And I don't know what you thought about yesterday, but I was like, wow, that was some content. And then all of the comments that I got from you afterwards, and all of the conversation and the interactions that I saw in our group, they made me so happy because you're really beginning to understand what the journey of an image consultant or a stylist is like, right? And then I saw your videos and your comments on what you think your path is. And I see that some people are really thinking of going like towards more image consulting, some are like more towards personal styling. We have even one who's planning to add photography to it. We have one who's going to be using that in her ministry. So that is amazing. I'm so happy to see that. And well, today we're going to know who you're going to be serving. We have to decide who our client will be, right? But before we go into that, just like some quick housekeeping for us, remember that you have to go and share your homework in the group. People who are watching me now on Instagram, this is Proverbs 31 Woman Challenge, and you can participate if you just join in the link that I have just pinned here for you. And it's a full week of training on how to become an image consultant or a personal stylist who's actually not compromising her faith in Christ to succeed and have a beautiful, profitable, flexible career, right? So I am very, very happy. I am very, very happy to have you here. And I just want you to remember to every day go do your homework, present your homework in the group, because that is what's going to make you eligible for the giveaways. Okay, you have to do homework. If you don't do homework, you don't get your lollipops, right? If you want to have your lollipop, you have got to do your homework. That's the way to go. And second, you still have a chance to join the VIP, okay? To become a VIP, you just have to go in the link that is available in the group, or the link that is in your email, the link that is in your phone. You choose to join and become a VIP. If you are a VIP, you have like Uber special giveaways. You can even get a full scholarship to the Essence and Style training program. So I would not miss it, because besides the giveaways, you have the recordings for all of our sessions. And we have 3 coaching sessions where we are going to really like deep dive in your career, your choices, your path as an image consultant. We are going to get down to work, hands-on work that you're going to start applying right now to become successful, okay? So if you want to really be serious about your career, if you're an action taker and you know that this is your dream coming true, wait no more, become a VIP, all right? I'll be waiting for you, and the VIP session is after the main session. We are going to wrap up all of the session here, wrap up with the Facebook group, and then we will start a new session with another Zoom address where we are going to be discussing your next steps. All right. With that being said, my team, have I forgotten anything? Did I?
No, I think that's it. But if you'd like to switch your view to Spotlight, that might be helpful for the session for everybody to see what you're doing.
Is this better now?
I'll know in a moment on Facebook.
I have it on speaker view now.
That's great. Yep.
Great. Sorry, I actually This is something like one lives and learns, right? I didn't know that my view would affect your view. I thought that you could choose the kind of view you wanted to have. So I just didn't bother most times. Something else that I've learned. There we go. Are you ready? Are you ready to really understand your field? You have to know your field. With your earnings, you will buy the vineyard. You will plant, you will grow, you'll have your clients, just like the Proverbs 31 woman does, okay? This is why we have to know who you're going to serve, okay? And this is maybe the most difficult thing for people to do in general in whatever business we are talking about. But when it comes to image consultants, stylists, and especially in the beginning of the career, from my experience, my students are always reluctant to trust what I'm saying. And when they go back to me years later, they just regret not having done that earlier. So we're going to discuss today something that is, I don't even know how to say how important it is for your business to succeed. Because seriously, if you do not know who you are speaking to, if you do not know who your client is, they will never find you. And if you think that in the beginning of your career, you should be out there serving everyone, you have to know that by trying to serve everyone, you will serve no one. When you don't know who your client is, everyone who comes and like tries to find out about what your offer is, about what kind of service you offer, they will be confused because they will not know if you're speaking to them or not. Because one day you will be saying something that resonates so much, and they go like, yes, that's for me, I'm going for her. Then the next day they will see you speak about something else, and they were like, okay, but I thought she was serving women who work 9 to 5, and now she's speaking to mompreneurs. So I'm not a mompreneur, I'm not going to follow her anymore. Then the next day, that mompreneur comes to your social media, whatever that is, trying to find more information about the service that only you will offer her because you know about mompreneurs. And then she sees that you are actually speaking to men who want to advance in their career. So by doing that, you will never go anywhere. The only way to go somewhere is to follow the path. Decide where you want to get and keep going. Keep going. Hey, Paula, nice to see you. If you stop and you just start like trying other avenues, you will get lost. Not to mention that, and listen to this, please memorize this, write this down. This is a writer downer. If you start trying to serve everyone, your work is going to be miserable because you will never stop. You will be planning all the time because you always have to be doing research to know more about like a certain audience and then post something for them. Whereas if you just pick the kind of people you want to serve and you go deep with them and learn everything about them, you are just so confident and you know so much what you have to say that you do it once and it's done. You don't have to go back and keep doing research, like market research all over again. It is your market. You know them so well, and you are the only person who knows them that well. So why are they going to shop around if they know that you specializes in whatever it is that will serve them? So do not be afraid to choose. If you think that by choosing one certain audience, you are neglecting the others, you are wrong. By choosing one audience, you are choosing to be excellent. By choosing one audience, you're choosing to be the expert. You're choosing to give your best to the people that you can handle, that you can love, that you can serve. to your fullest capacity. Okay, so this is super important. So just tell me, like, I want to see your hearts. I want to see your thumbs up. Do you get it? Is this, can I get a promise from you? Can you promise me that you will choose your audience? I want to say you say yes. I want to see you just like say yes, I will have my specific audience. Because if you don't do this, I don't want to hear your complaints in a year or so, right? Most likely, if you just go with a broad audience, in 1 year, you will be back to ground zero. You will be back to a starting point, and you will say, why didn't I choose? Why didn't I narrow down before? Okay, so here we go. With that being said, I just want to remind you this. We're going to see here everything that you want to do, that you have to do to really, really find your niche, to really, really have your audience. In the VIP group, I'm gonna help you. We are going to do that. Like, I'm gonna look at your paper from here, see what you have typed in, see what you have written down, and I'm gonna help you really focus and find the group that is perfect for you. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you all the tools to do it by yourself. In the VIP, we are doing it together. So you're going to start working today on those items, right? Let me start sharing my screen. And I'm sorry if I speak too fast, but it's so much content that I have to share with you today that I cannot just like be slow. I'm never slow, actually. I think I am always too fast. I hope you forgive me for that, but it's how excited I feel about what I'm doing.
I love your energy. I love your
Thank
energy.
you. Thank you. Yay. It's pure
I am
love.
slow.
It's love. It's love. So here we go. Can you just confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So we're going to see what your audience is going to be. And then the audience is your field. And then the platforms. And the platforms are actually like the platforms are your field. And then the audience will be your vineyard, right? And I'm going to bring you back to, I'm sorry, is this Genesis or Exodus? What part of the Bible do we talk about the Tower of Babel? Babel or Babel? How do you prefer that? I've heard people say the two ways. So back in the day, everyone wanted to really build this tower
Babylon,
and get closer to
maybe?
God. I'm sorry?
Babylon, maybe.
Babylon? Yeah. Babylon. Yeah, maybe. I will look into that, maybe. But I'm gonna go with Babel for by now, right? Just for now. So they wanted to build this tower, right? To really be close to God, see God, touch God, talk to God. And well, God didn't want that. So he threw it down. When he threw it down, what happened was everybody was speaking different languages. Nobody could understand anybody. And then this is when communication became harder. People had to learn other languages. People had to learn other cultures. People had to learn other ways, other styles, because everyone had to present themselves in the way they could. So this is when people were more apart, right? Because language brings people closer, right? I wouldn't be here with you if I hadn't learned English at first. So it's super important. It's part of that. And then comes culture, and then comes style, then everything comes together. This was then. And then something amazing, and God was not involved. That he didn't know that people were doing that when they were doing that. Or maybe he knew, who knows. There came another tower, the Tower of Babylon. That is the modern one, okay? The modern one is social media. It's the internet. It's the connection that the internet has made possible. Because if in the past, everybody was apart, speaking different languages and having different cultures and then different styles and everything else, now we're all together, linked and connected by means of this crazy thing. We don't know how it happens, how it works. That is the internet. So because of the internet, we have been brought together. We have been reunited. We are so close that today we have in the group like people from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, people who speak different languages, people who have moved and like they no longer live where they were born. So this is the power of the internet. It brings people closer together. And by doing so, everything has become possible. And the great advantage is your audience is here. It's on your phone. Your audience is just like on your computer. You just like go online and there you go. You can connect. You can have a client. You can market your business. You do not have to be afraid of being far from people because you can like literally in 5 minutes, you can go online, meet someone and they can hire you. That can happen. It can be like this, right? So this is the power of the internet. So it has actually like turned around the world, made it be so much easier, simpler, faster, but we do have to be present, right? We do have to be there. So what happened was that actually with the internet, all of the movement that we had before that was always in person became a lot online. And I have to tell you this, that this presentation, in 2015, I was invited to speak at the AICI, the Association of International Image Consultants, in the global conference. So when I presented in the conference, I spoke about this. The content that I'm giving you today is content that I shared with seasoned consultants all over the world in our global conference. And back then, I was talking about how we were going to go from in-person to online, because this was a no-brainer. Myself, since the first day of image consulting, I started seeing my clients online. The first client I ever had, right? I was online because I was here and the people I knew, they were in Brazil. So my way to connect with them was online. So all of the services that I offered, they were online. Back then, I went shopping on Skype. I had Skype on my phone and I took my client with me in my pocket and I went around the store. I had like amazing shopping sessions with them. Now it's much easier, right? Much easier. And I'm going to share an amazing tool with you on Saturday in our bonus day. So we are going from in-person to online, and it's not because of COVID. COVID has just made it be faster, right? You just had to adapt faster because of COVID, but this was a natural trend. It was going to happen anyway. So all of your services, color, style, fit, face, closet, shopping, all of that can be like offered either in person or online. You have a choice. You do not have to do it one way or another. You can choose to be the one who does this way, that way, or both ways, but you have to always be doing that to the same audience. You have to always offer your services to the same kind of people, because then you will be known as the expert for that kind of people, for them, like be them individuals, corporates, men, women. And this is now the time we're going to really see who you can serve. Who are the people who hire image consultants? There is a difference. Like when you think about image consulting and when you think about personal styling, what drives the person to hire the professional is a little bit different. More often than not, people will hire image consultants when they are in periods of their life where there is change, a major change, something that was and no longer is and will not be again. So they want to adapt their image, their personal presence to that new moment in their lives, whatever that is. When you talk about a personal stylist, well, people may also hire a personal stylist for moments like that, but that will be for a more punctual event. So when we look into these possibilities here, you have to always bear in mind that those are like possible clients for both paths that you will choose if you want to be an image consultant or if you want to be a personal stylist. These are the clients that you can have, but it's still the type of services that you offer will be different because they want something different. So business people, if you're going, if you are someone who wants to work with individuals, business people, people who are out there really wanting to be better perceived in the corporate world, they are very good clients, because there are times in their lives when they want a promotion, when they want to jump like from one field to another, when they have to adapt to something different. So it's about adapting to a new world, adapting to something new, and of course, to something better. People who want image consulting, they want to step up, they want to style up, they want to be better, they want to up level their image, their lives as a whole, not only the way they look, but they understand the power of image. Newly grads, this is a field, I have to tell you, I am like so passionate about them, like newly grads, those people who are just like, they have finished university, they are ready to go and introduce themselves like as professionals, but they do not know how to show up. They do not know how to present themselves. This is an audience that is like, it's the low-hanging fruit. They are the low-hanging fruit. The challenge here, though, is they may not be able to afford high fees. So this is when you would think of a group consulting instead of an individual one. Because they cannot afford your high fees, you make them more affordable, but you have more people. People who are in career transition, whatever reason that is, if someone is like transitioning their career, they will need image consulting. If they're pursuing some promotion, same thing. If it's professional, people who are in the professional industry, regardless of being like self-employed or being employees, they are people who understand the value of image faster. So you can absolutely invest in people who are not like in the working field, who are just like stay-at-home moms, who are just like people who have retired already, and we're gonna have them as audiences here. But the ones that are like very easy for you to really have close to you, to connect and have them become customers, that is like people who are out there, because they just perceive the value faster, and they also know that the result they will have will be immediate. They will immediately be perceived as like a better equipped, better looking for whatever they want in their careers. But there is one niche that, like, again, there are these like special niches that I am very passionate about, and this is one that is dear to my heart. I'm actually thinking of something about this niche for like very soon. People who want to have like a long-lasting relationship. People who are invested in getting married and having a partner for life. And these people, and for those of you who would like to work with men, these people, they need so much your help. They want so much to be like happily forever after, like to live happily forever after, that they're ready to pay. They're ready to pay. This is, again, a male audience. The like men, when they divorce, they do not know how to dress. They don't know how to go shopping. They don't know how to buy a tie, because they were so like, they depended so much on their wives before, that now they are lost. So this niche is like, they pay even more. Like, these are the ones who will pay like big bucks to have your service, because they need you on a daily basis, basically, right? They are the ones who will want you to put together like all of their daily outfits. This is the way you go to work. This is the way you dress to go to a party. This is the way you dress to go to a restaurant. and they will love it because they need your help. People who have relocated. So if you have moved from one place to the other and you have experienced, like say you're American and then now you're living in Canada, you are French and now you live in Italy, whatever that is, the knowledge you have from the two places added up to your image consulting skills makes you be a specialist. And then you can be the one who be helping, even like you can get in touch with real estate agencies, with those that hire people, headhunters, right? You can be in touch with headhunters and see like, what are the professionals that are moving here? How can I help them better adapt? Because they will be like, they will really look the part and they will mingle better, and therefore they will have better results as well, right? Oh, post-pregnancy. If you have had babies, if you have gone through pregnancies, like even if it's just one, you know, like me, that we are never the same. After we have children, there is something that happens, and I have heard that, and there is even an article about that, that says that women, after they have babies, they're more beautiful. I didn't know that, but there is an article on it. And we change so much after we have children. We change the way we want to be noticed. We change the way we see ourselves. Our body changes. So we have to learn how to dress our bodies, like now that it's not the same anymore, now that I don't want the same from my life, now that my experience is different, that my needs are different. So post-pregnancy is another very good niche to work in. People who have, like, for instance, someone, a woman who has had babies and now she's going back into the workforce, or someone who has lived in a country for so long and now is back in their country and has to find again their position. Someone who has been unemployed for long. So many different variables here, but like people who are like re-entering the professional market, which is different from people who are entering for the first time. Retirees. I don't know if you have noticed how many people after they retire, they go either like they keep wearing what they were wearing before, like what they used to wear to go to work. So you will see like those old gentlemen walking on the park and then wearing a suit, or they go straight into their pajamas. They don't know how to go from one to the other and embrace their essence. So they have to learn to dress for that, because that's different for them. They're so much used to doing the very same thing every day that now they're lost. Empty nesters. Well, the empty nesters, some of them, most of them, go through this crisis where they want to be young again. So when they try it by themselves, it's very dangerous. That's very dangerous. So helping empty nesters look like they are aging gracefully is a service that they would really appreciate. Personal transition, whatever that transition is in a person's life, we don't know what's going on in people's minds, right? But then you may have gone through some sort of transition that I'm not listing here, and that is very well a niche for you to work in. And then we're going to talk about this much deeper in a minute, but the more you know about it from experience or because you love that people, the easier it is for you to connect and have the clients. Much easier. So if you're going to be dealing with people who have gone through something in life that you have gone through, connection is immediate. You do not have to do that. You can deal with, like, you can work with people that you have, for instance, say your mom or someone you know, someone you love was that kind of person, and then you have always wanted to help, and then now you feel in your heart that that's the kind of audience that you're going to be working with. Amazing. You just have to have the connection between your story and the person's story. It's all about storytelling. It's all about speaking the same language. If you speak the same language, you will hold hands and walk together a long way. And then Christian community. Who has picked that niche? Who has picked the Christian community? I love my community. I love speaking about God when I'm working. I love it that I can be here and talk about Proverbs 31. I can talk about Songs of Solomon. I can talk about how God created us in his image. That's something that I do naturally. So if I am speaking to people who are not Christian, they will come to me and say, really? She's trying to evangelize. I'm not here for that. When I'm speaking to guys like you, my ladies, my lovelies, this is exactly our language. We know what this is. And then it's my heart speaking to your heart. And this is why my Christian audience, my Christian community is so dear and so special to me. And I am never going to let you go, because this is when I feel the most comfortable talking about what I do. It's with people who believe in the same thing that I do. So moving to corporate. When you go into corporate, the most sought after service is dress code. And then you're going to have to understand the culture of the company and put together guidelines for people to dress to go to work. This has become more flexible lately, but it is very important, especially if you live in areas where you're in the tropics, or like, for instance, Danielle is in Jamaica, right? Many people tend to just dress too down when they go to work, because that's the environment of like the place where it's hot, where there's the beach, where you can go like for a walk after work. And they don't realize that that is playing their image very, very, very down. And it's damaging their reputation. It's damaging their potential as working people, as like depending on the goals that they have, like whatever reputation they are risking. But then when it's corporate, it's super important. And I have to tell you that sometimes even in places where it's not around the shore, when it's not near the ocean, I have had situations in which I had to speak to professionals who were coming to work in flip-flops. So if you help the company write the dress code, it's much easier, because it's simple like this. You have to know what you can wear. This is what you cannot, and this is why. And if they do anything wrong, then the company will know what to do. But your job is to come up with the do's and don'ts in dress code. Staff training and growth. I have done this quite a lot, and I like it. Let me take a step here. Staff training that I have done is to help retail stores train their staff in aspects of image consulting so that they can increase sales. So I have like gone into some stores, and then I bring them like a very concise training, very objective training, and it's very hands-on as well, because I have to go into the store and show all of the techniques by using the merchandise that they have, right? And then I'll teach the sales team how they can sell better by actually speaking to the client, to the client's needs, right? Showing what the client needs and not what the store wants to sell. And then they will actually sell much more, because the client is so happy that they want to like come again and again, right? Employees are like employee preparation for a new role. This is when the company will hire you to help an employee that they feel that has potential, help that employee be prepared for what they want to offer. The challenge with this is many times the company will hire you to do it, but the employee is not on board. Maybe the employee does not agree that they have to improve, that they have to polish their appearance, right? So this can be challenging, but it is extremely rewarding, because when you see that the employee has actually learned, has improved, polished, and refined their image, and now they got the promotion, even though in the beginning they may have been reluctant about it, they will come back and thank you. So it's very rewarding. Image adequacy to companies. So this is when someone is coming to the company and does not fit the culture and they have to help that person look the part that like look like the company, look like the company's values. So this is again very important for the company. That's when you're being hired by the company and not the client. Sales training. So actually I spoke about sales training when I was speaking about staff training. Staff training would be delivering the dress code to the company, right? When you are hired to do the dress code, you have to go back and speak to the employees and tell them how this is going to work, bring them examples and show this is right, this is wrong. What you're doing here can be improved by this. What you're doing here can be improved by that. And that's the staff training. So I'm sorry that I just spoke about the things in a different order. Oh, creating uniforms. You can actually create the full uniform for the company. So when you do that, you're going to be dealing more with universal colors, universal lines, more standard and traditional styles, but you will create the uniform for the company. So those of you who, like, I have had students who are seamstress, I have had students who are fashion designers. This is when you can like marry your two different knowledges, the knowledge bases, right? Protocol. Protocol is like the do's and don'ts in behavior that a company can hire you to train their employees in. And then, of course, if you want to be a faith-based consultant and you want to deal with companies, then you're going to look for Christian institutions. You can train Christian schools. You can train nonprofits. You can train, like, you can actually have like even pro bono work with Christian institutions, which is a very good way to find new clients because you give for free and then you offer to those who can pay, right? I have actually found it, and this, oh, I hadn't shared this yet. Let me share this with you. You may not have heard about the Holy Chick, but I am going to share the link with you in the group later. I have funded with my students a group that helps people, like we work pro bono with churches and we go there. We do not get paid. All we do is like if they will pay our expenses to go, but we don't make money. So we will go into a church, into a school, and then we will just offer our content in a way that we will heal like their lives. We will help them with their self-esteem. But let's say it's a school, let's say it's a church, they can charge or they can get donations, and then with our work, they are growing their field. This is what the Holy Shake girls do. Okay, so if you're interested, just call me up and we're going to talk about it. And when it happens, what happens is actually this. So you go there, you will like give all of your work, you will educate them, you will help them. The church, the institution will get all of the fees. It's not for you, but people get to know you. And then the people who were there attending that and want to have their own image consulting, they will hire you. So it's a very nice way to open doors for new businesses. And then, of course, charities in general, that goes with the pro bono idea too. And it goes on and on and on. And because of your previous experience, because of what you have already done in life, you will know other places that you can go and introduce your services and start really working immediately. You don't have to work much. Once you start being trained, what you can do is you can offer sessions that are like customized and only about what you have already learned. So if we have learned about, let's say, face shapes, you can have a session only on face shapes, right? And then you will move on and on and on. What I suggest to do is you start doing it as soon as possible with people close to you without charging. And then the moment you have finished your training program, you start charging immediately and you're out there in the field making money. You're not wasting your time planning, thinking. No, from now on, you are being trained and you are getting ready to be a professional image consultant, a professional personal stylist. You have already started your training if you don't know. You are in training right now, okay? And wow, how much do I talk, huh? So important questions to answer. Let me just see. Okay, we're good. Time's good. I have to bring this to you. This is when you're going to have to do your work, okay? I am going to help you here, but this is when you have to really get paper and pen, or sit at your computer and work. Take 15 minutes, 30 minutes of your day today and do this, okay? Do not skip a question. I want you to go like from the first to the last question and have at least like some sort of idea of how to answer that question. And if you don't know 100%, start just like writing what comes to your mind regarding that. Even if it's more questions that you're asking yourself, do it, because this is how you will brainstorm your field, your audience, okay? So where do the people you want to work with hang? If you could choose to go to one place, stay there and say, hey, look, I'm an image consultant, I'm a personal stylist, and I want to serve you. What place would you go to that you would be confident that the people who are there are people you like to hang with? Where are they? In real life or online? It doesn't matter. Where are those people? What are their hobbies? Why do we ask that? Because when you talk about the things you do, they are there listening to you and thinking, oh, that's nice. I like that too. That's cool. Yeah, maybe I could ask her about what to wear when I'm going to celebrate such and such. That is like regarding the hobbies. When I'm going to maybe to the museum, hey, what should I wear if I go to the museum in France? Maybe she knows because she likes going to the museum. Okay. So this is why it's so important that you nail down to what they do in their free time. What kind of people do you like to be around? This is, let me put it this way. Let's say you have a job. When you go to work, you don't get to choose your workmates. When you go to work, you don't get to choose what to wear, what to say, what to do. When you go to work, you have to go to work, meet the people that you will meet, do the things that you will do, and that's it. You are stuck with that. When you decide to become an image consultant, when you decide to become a personal stylist, you choose to work with the people that you actually like to be around. So, no brainer, I'm here with the people that I would choose to be with, even if I were not working. You are the kind of people that I would be happy sitting on the park, talking, well, going for a walk, meeting for drinks, or anything like that. So, what kind of people do you like to be around? That is super important for you to have fun and love what you're doing when you do it. And then you will not even feel that you're working. Isn't that what everyone wants? So what are the people that have a kick out of you, right? Who are the people who actually feel the same about you? So I like being around you, but do you like being around me? Because if I like being around you, and you think I'm a bore, and you think I'm not fun, and you think everything I say here is just ideas, and you're tired, and you're just counting the minutes to go and do something else, then even though I love you, it's not going to work. So you've got to make sure that the people you love you back. I hope you love me. I know I need your answer. Please tell me so. Tell me that you love me. So, oh, this is important, and this is not important in the sense that you have to say yes to this question. Do you like being the center of attention? This will only guide you towards the choices that you will make. If you like being the center of attention, or like me, I don't like it, but I don't mind, right? I'm not looking for that, but if I am, I'm fine with that. I don't mind. I'm okay being the center of attention, right? So what that tells me is I can be speaking to larger audiences. If you do not like being the center of attention, then most likely you will want to speak to a small audience. You will prefer to work one-on-one. You will prefer to do like small groups, and you're not going to be on a stage. You're not going to be speaking in a conference. You're not going to be training many people. You're going to be working with a smaller audience, right? So this is the difference, and this is why this is important. There is no right or wrong answer here. It's all about us identifying what's best for you. Are you a business-oriented person? Secret? I would not feel happy working in the corporate world. That's not for me. I think it's boring. I think it's tiring. I think it's stiff. I think it's hard. I just don't like it. Some people love it. Some people have a blast when they think of the corporate world. My husband cannot wait to go back to the office. I'm like, really? Come on, am I not fun enough? It doesn't seem that he likes being alone anymore. I think he's tired of me because he likes the office. He likes the corporate world. So if you like it, it's all right. And that could be your path. Are you a people's person? This is very important because if you are a people's person, you're going to be close to your clients. You're going to be delivering content to them directly. If you're not a people's person, then you will most likely be working at a store that you will be helping the company. You are not going to be in direct touch with the client. You're going to find a position for you that is behind the scenes. Okay, I think I gotta be faster. Okay, I will be super quick here because what I want to share with you is I want to honor your time, and this is important. If you don't know where you want to get, how will you choose your path? So if you do not know who your clients are, how are you going to choose where to get, right? You have to know your audience, and then you have to go and speak to your audience and work with them. So if you do not know where they are, it doesn't matter that you know who they are. You have to know where they are. And I want you, and I think I will share only the next images with you in the group because I think it's important even for you to plan and answer the questions that will be your homework. But when you think of your audience, if you are on social media, people will say that you have to be here, you have to be there, you have to post on Instagram, you have to post on LinkedIn, you have to post on Facebook, you have to post on Pinterest. It is overwhelming. Don't do it. Know where your audience is. So I'm going to share these with you because then you can go and read and understand where your audience lives. But you will see, like, depending on the gender, depending on how much money they make, depending on the education level that they have, they will be on different platforms. And that is where you have to be. Okay. So let me just, this is Instagram. Okay. And like I said, I'll be sharing these because I think they're very, very important for you to do your homework. This is Instagram and the audience who is on Instagram. This is LinkedIn. And of course, LinkedIn is a more professional and a more corporate audience. That's where you should be if you want to be in corporate. Because you definitely have to be where your audience is. There's no point in being on Instagram if everyone who is ready to buy from you is actually hanging on Facebook. There is no point in being on Facebook if they are on LinkedIn and then so on and so forth. Okay, so your homework assignment for tomorrow is you're gonna plan like just a sketch of what your business is going to be like, of what you're going to be serving people with and how, right? So these are the questions, and I'm just like putting them back here so that you actually can answer them. I want all of you to share that with me because it's only if I know that I can help you. Okay, so make sure that you check the guides to see what your homework is for tomorrow, because your lollipop or your restaurant gift card is just a giveaway, but doing your homework is the path to your success. All right. Yay! Not too late. Not too late.
Perfect. Lacey, did you want to do the wheel really quick before we go to VIP?
Yes, absolutely. And I just wanted to know if there were any questions that they typed in or something that I could answer real quick.
We're doing that in VIP. Yes, we've got a couple questions for the VIP session.
Okay, very well. What was the last question on the last slide? Lisa, don't worry, you are a VIP, and we are going to be discussing these questions together. So, and it's also going to be shared in the Facebook group.
Perfect. Okay, so Noelle's going to help you out with the wheel.
Okay, so if you do your homework, you get giveaways and you move ahead in your career.
I was muted. Let's see who won homework for yesterday. Oh dear. Never happened before. Joanne.
Congratulations. You got your gift card to have some like dinner or lunch or something on me. My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Amazing, amazing. So let me just we are going to have a quick break that will give you some time to join VIP if you have not. And we will be back with a different link in another room for that we are really going to answer your questions about your audience and also about what we spoke yesterday. So bring all of those questions to our session. And who liked it today? Just a quick, I just want to know, how was it?
Excellent.
Like it?
Thank you.
Yes. Good. Information you can put into practice?
Yes, absolutely.
Great. I'm so happy. I'm thrilled. Thank you, my lovelies. Thank you very much. I'll see you in VIP in 5 minutes.
Bye for now.
Bye.